Good day, fine people. A very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick on the zxspectrum 48K, looking at a budget game. Yes, £1.99 this costs. It's called ALPINE GAMES, published by Atlantis Software in 1987. Also come out on the Amstrad CPC. Yes, it's a multi-event sports game consisting of ski jump, speed skating, biathlon skiing, and bobsled. We previously reviewed OLYMPIAD 86, also by Atlantis Software, which was also a multi-sports event, which was rubbish. To a point where even a balloon tagged the sign rubbish behind it. We'll put it on easy mode. It looks like the graphics are slightly improved. It's the same display, but they've improved the font from OLYMPIAD 86. So let's try this. Speed skating, first of all. We start off with 3 lives, a bit like Daley Thompson Decathlon or not Hypersports. You only had 1 live on that. If you fail to get the qualifying time, then you're there. So I'm doing keys. It's like a rhythm thing to try and get the speed up. Qualifying 22 seconds. Let's go. Doesn't look overly exciting. Animation is okay, I suppose. Let's go. Looks like it's the end of the event already. Well, that was woefully short. 16 seconds. Okay, now it looks a little bit better than OLYMPIAD 86, but not a great deal. It's the same sort of scoring system also they've borrowed from that point. The presentation is very, very lacking indeed. $1.99, OLYMPIAD 86 was also $1.99. You might as well put those two $1.99s together and try and get Daley Thompson Decathlon or Hypersports. Anyway, press the Q key. That didn't sort of like work on the other one. Yes. A to land it? No, I've died. Ski jump on Daley Thompson Super Test is probably the best example of there. That's woefully short of that one. I think Winter Games might have had that. I'm not sure that came out on the zxspectrum. I'd need to check. So we've lost 1 life as we go on to the skiing. The events so far don't last long enough to actually get involved and get a bit of entertainment out of it. The sound is very screechy on the ears, a bit like the C5 Clive games. It's not a good one, to be honest with you. If you got it free on a cover tape, will be fine. So the same sort of thing again, like the speed skating rhythm, and I've already got the rhythm up to the top. This is easy mode. It doesn't look at the speed of this thing. Well, it's moving incredibly slow. And what distance did he really cover? About 1 meter, 14 seconds. Qualified 22. The game is extremely boring. It's got the Olympic rings down the bottom also, Alpine Games. It's not a license by any Olympics at all. Then on to the bobsled, 50 points. If you can complete all the events, I think it loops back to the beginning again for trying to add to your points total. Let's see what excitement bobsled has. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. This isn't about expert gameplay, but seeing how the game would have played back in the day, it would have been enough there for you to want to go and play it again. You know, I might play it by accident. Right, so look at that. The bobsled turns in right angles. It really is this bad. Up, right, down, left. Oh my god, this is awful. It's got a big cyan box in the top and the bottom right there. It's as if you didn't know what direction you was going in. Next there's a picture of a bobsled pair in red. Up, and that's that done. I presume at harder levels that's going to go gradually quicker. The bobsled event's going to be the same. The course is going to be the same. God, this is boring. It's another awful one. It's better than OLYMPIAD 86, but that's quite easy to do. But overall, it's not lacking any entertainment whatsoever, this game. It's not even worth $1.99. It's extremely dull, Zil. 1987 this was. The Daley Thompson Decathlon was already out. Hypersports was already out. Super Test, I think, was already out as well, was it? Play those. Don't play this. Right now, this is where I struggle. Whenever that white bar needs to get to the top, I need to press Q. I'm not building up any speed at all. I think I'm pressing Q every time it gets to the top, and it's P to shoot if I get anywhere. Man, this event I don't think I ever would have perfected. I wouldn't have gone back to this game to try and improve my performance here at all. I mean, Daley Thompson Decathlon. I didn't do a very good example for the music there, but it's got atmosphere. It's got excitement. It's pulling you in. You want to go back to the events. You want to perfect those events. You want to get through the game. Here, bare minimum, really. It doesn't look like too much effort has been made on this. Yes, the font's better than OLYMPIAD 86, but there's nothing to inspire the imagination here. It's aged terribly. I suppose with Daley Thompson Decathlon, that sold so many copies, published by Ocean, that lots of other people wanted to get in there. There's Jeff Capes as well, Brian Jacks, those games. Maybe a few others I haven't actually covered yet. Track and Field was awful on the ZX Spectrum. This is better than that. I've done it again, 11 seconds this time. I have to go around a few times for I won't be able to do that. Some of the events are too easy, some of them are too hard. I don't think I'd ever get the ski jump. So that's 50 points up to 100. I've got 1 life left, you see on the bottom right. I don't know why you want to keep going around. And also as well, because the game is so basic, I'm sure they could add a lot more events than 5. I mean, then it wouldn't have taken long to make each one of these events. Why not make it 10 or even 20 if they're like this? They're just concentrating on winter sports, of course. What other winter sports can they have? I don't think there's beach volleyball, is there, in winter sports? Bobsled, biathlon, skiing. Here we go, and that's it. Medal nil. I don't know. There's my performance there. Probably have to get up to the top of that until you get a medal. Could have done with some music here. No real reason why they couldn't have done. Looks like there was no one working on the music in this team of Atlantis Software. I don't know if this game was submitted there to them or they had an office of people, but yeah, poor. It would have sold a few just for the cover and the genre and the price, but a lot of kids would have got conned. As we tended to do back in the day if you didn't buy a magazine and read it. But I'm not sure what the reviews would have been back in the day. I try and avoid them so I'm not biased and deliberately agree with them, which is easy to do if you don't want any bad feedback. But I want to see what I think of the game, and I would not have liked this at all. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you watch this far into the video, we'll see the good, the bad and the ugly, but it's more importantly about stress and busting. It isn't encyclopedic, this channel. I will give you some information. Occasionally be stuff I don't know. Occasionally I might say something that's wrong, but you're like a friend's house, you're playing the game, or much later talking to your friend about them in the pub, messing about, getting drunker and drunker and drifting further and further away of what is, reliable information or relative, right? I mean, what's going on here? I mean, good animation, is it? Being a bit generous. It looks like it's on 2 lollipop sticks, and the distance he travelled was hardly anything. They should have made that going a bit longer. They should have made it scroll a bit quicker. Maybe had a computer opponent down the lower end of the screen, like they did with the rowing events in Daley Thompson's Super Test, just to get you a bit of competition. I mean, it's a bit like playing chess on your own, this. Not happening at all. Bobsled, right? Bob and sled. Is it bobsleigh or bobsled? Anyway, there we go. Should be going a bit quicker now, I think, because I'm on a higher difficulty, but still too easy. There's no way you can fail on this unless you turn in too early. Look at that, boof boof. Yep, bobsled is too easy. You're going to complete that every time. This is on the most difficult setting. Away we go again. So no matter what setting I would have been on, the events I'm good at, speed skating, skiing and bobsled, I'm going to win every time. And the ones that involve that pressing the Q when it's at the top of the speed, I'm never ever going to get, ever. If you've completed all the events easy peasy, let me know, and I expect you, if you did buy this back in the day, you wouldn't have played it a great deal. Again, moving ridiculously slow. I'm not going to get to the end. It's going to time out again, isn't it, really? If you weren't here, I already would have turned this off and been playing something else. But on the positive note, it's not going to break your joystick because you can do it all on keys and you don't need to waggle like crazy. So parents would have been pleased. A sports game, we don't have to replace the joystick after every 6 goes. 1 life left, or is it the end? Right. Speed skating, we know what happens here. I just do the keys rhythmically to get this white thing up here, and as long as you've got the rhythm, a pattern, its maximum speed, you're going to qualify every single time you do it. There we go. Woefully short. So what can we say about this game? No atmosphere. Events are woefully short. Some of the presentation is severely lacking. No music. It doesn't hold together as a game. It's very, very basic. As a commentator would have been fine. As released, even on budget, it's a bit of a con. Some of the events are too difficult, especially this bit here. So we stopped the speed there, and I didn't land it. the sound that is there is a little bit annoying as well, so no real reason to go back. So I think we'll end it there. Alpine Games, one to avoid, I think. Published by Atlantis Software 1987, $1.99 is probably its only saving grace, although that does seem a little bit expensive still. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, by all means put that in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, as always, it's really appreciated. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.
On the positive note, it's not going to break your joysticks, you can do it all on keys and you don't need to waggle like crazy. So parents would have been pleased. A sports game, we don't have to replace the joystick after every 6 goes.